Hey YouTube fam, it's your girl Alicia and I'm back with another DIY video. So we're taking a small break from graduation videos and we are doing celebration of life. Now I've made these candles for a celebration of life a couple of months ago and I wanted to make some more of them. So I went ahead and wanted to make it on camera for you guys so you guys can see how nice and easy these are to do these candle wraps. Okay, so basically they're going to be custom candles if that's what you want to call it. Okay, and they came out fantastic, and I also made them with the matching lighters as well. Okay, I'm going to show you guys step by step on how to achieve this look. The candles I actually got from Dollar Tree, so they're all $1. The lighters as well, they came in like a pack of 3 or 4 for $1. I'll show you guys in the video exactly how the packs look, but these came out fantastic, and I went ahead and finished off both the candle and the lighters with laminate, holographic laminate sheet. I'm not going to ramble on too much. Let's go ahead and jump in. So the templates that I use for the candles and for the lighters, you can find them both on my website, creativecraftingllc.com. I'll leave the link down below. You'll go to the celebration of life section on the website, and that's where you'll find all of the candle wraps templates and the lighter templates as well. So in this video, we're going to be doing, I think I'm gonna do pink and blue, but I think I'm gonna customize the blue one on camera with you guys. But this is how the pink one looks, and all the images are instant downloads, okay? And this is made to fit that candle that I just showed you guys. I'm gonna give you guys the dimensions of the candle as well. But like I said, I got them from Dollar Tree. Walmart has them as well. Like every store has these candles, okay? Very simple, very easy to find. Here is the blue one. My screen makes it look like a little bit minty, but this is like a nice light blue. So I'm going to be showing you guys how to customize the blue candle wrap on camera. And then I'm going to show you guys how to customize the lighter templates as well. Here's the pink one right here. And then we also have blue. I put several different color options for you guys on the website. We're going to be definitely doing some giveaways in this video on a candle wrapper and also the lighter wrapper as well. So definitely stay tuned to the end of this video so that you can go ahead and grab your giveaway. Okay, now that we have our templates, we're going to go ahead and customize them using Canva. Once I open up Canva, I'm going to go to create a design, and I'm going to go down to uploads, and we're going to upload the file of our template. I think I'm going to go ahead and do the candle wrapper first, okay, and then do the lighter after. So I'm going to go ahead and find the template of the candle wrapper that I want to go ahead and customize. I'm going to do the blue one on camera with you guys. Once we upload the image of our wrapper template, we're going to go ahead and click on use in a new design. Once we click on that, we're going to type in the word flyer, and we're looking for flyer landscape 11 by 8.5 inch because that's the paper size that we're going to be printing on. We're printing these on a glossy sticker paper. I'll link the kind that I use down below, and I'm printing this on my inkjet printer, but I found that this particular type of sticker paper is compatible for both inkjet and a laser printer as well. Okay, give our template a second to upload, and once it uploads, we're going to go ahead and go to the side menu where it says uploads, and we're going to upload the images of our celebrants. Okay, these unfortunately are not AI models in this video. I typically use AI models. This is a young mother and her baby girl that tragically passed, and I'm going to be making some more candles in celebration in honor of their lives. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and find the images that I want to use for this candle, and I'm going to go ahead and upload that into our Canva, into our template. Okay, basically I went to uploads, I clicked on upload files, and then I went ahead and found the image. So I had previously made this image through PicMonkey. Eventually, at some point in the future, I'll show you guys how to make images like this. But this is an image of her and her mom, and I put up her mom in a beautiful white dress with a nice white flowy bottom. I feel like that would look so angelic and so heavenly and so beautiful. And here is baby girl holding her mother's hand in her little pink outfit, which is the original picture of how she looked. The background is already removed in this image, but as you can see, the top menu where it says edit, it has also BG remover. So if you're using an image of a person that has the background, then go ahead and click the top menu where it says BG remover, and that will remove the background of your image. Okay, since her background was already removed, I'm going to go ahead and just size it and space it to where I want it to be on my template. And I already had, because I had customized this image using, or I made this image using Canva. So I had already, I using PicMonkey. So I had already added a shadow around it, removed the background, and made it the way that it looks right now. So I don't have to add a shadow around it while I'm putting it on this template, because there's already one behind it. But if you wanted to add a shadow, you would go to the top menu right next to background remover. It'll say edit. You click on edit, okay? Then a new side menu will pop up, and then you'll see an image of a soccer ball. You see right here, you'll scroll down. That soccer ball image is what you can use to add a glow, a outline, or anything that you wanted to add around that picture. But you see how it looks kind of weird with me adding it? Is because I had already previously added a glow around it, so it doesn't need any more glow or outline at this point. So I'm just going to go ahead and leave the image as is, okay? Then I'm going to go ahead and add some text. Of course, we want to add their names and a beautiful message, to our template. So I'm going to start with doing celebrating the lives of. I'll go ahead and put that. I'm going to change my font. So I basically went to the side menu. I clicked text and I clicked on add text box. If I went too fast, you guys can go ahead and rewind and watch where my mouse clicks. But it's a super simple, super easy, very beginner friendly. Okay. So I went ahead and I'm adding celebrating the lives of, and I'm using the font called April Fat Face. I think I'm going to make the font color on this white, but I'm going to add a bright pink outline around it, because the colors of their memorial or the celebration of lives were pink and blue. So I'm going to go ahead and go with that trend. So for the blue images, or for the blue cloud template, I'm going to go ahead and make it pink lettering. And then for the pink template, I'm going to go ahead and do blue lettering, okay? So that way the colors and the themes bounce off of each other. But I went ahead and put celebrating the lives of, and then I went ahead and made the font color white. I went to the top menu where it says effects, and we went ahead and added a bright pink outline to that. I'm going to do this again so you guys can see how I did this, but it's super simple, super easy. I'm going to place the lettering where I want it to be, which is right above her head, or right above that halo. And then I'm going to go ahead and size it. And then I'm going to go ahead and add another text box, because I want to add their names like right at the bottom of those golden steps, okay? So the mom's name is Charlotte and baby girl's name is Carly. So I'm going to go ahead and add Charlotte and Carly, okay? I want to also do that with white font, and then we're going to do pink, bright pink outline around that as well, okay? So I went ahead and moved that to the bottom, where the bottom of those golden steps, the bottom of our template, okay? And I'm going to go ahead and expand it. And the font that I'm using for this as well, I put Able Fat Face, but I'm probably going to change it to some kind of like nice little curl scripted font, okay? But yeah, but I'm going to go ahead and expand that, put that exactly where I want it to be. Then I'll go ahead and change the color on that and add that bright pink outline around that as well. So like I said, guys, if I'm going too fast, definitely go ahead and rewind, and you can watch where my mouse clicks so that you can definitely see exactly how I'm doing this. So I'm just going to go ahead and change the fonts, because I wanted to do a script for their first names. So I went ahead and chose the font called Amarisa. And then I'm going to go ahead now and change that font color to white, and go back into effects at the top. Click on outline it, go ahead and change that outline color to that bright pink, and I'm going to thicken it a bit so that it looks very similar to the celebrating the lives of that's at the top, that we added to the top, okay? And then I'm going to go ahead and do their last names as well. I think I'm going to make their last names the same font, the Able Fat Face. I'll probably just go ahead and keep it at that font, so that that way it looks different from their first names, okay? So it makes their first name stand out. When you play with different fonts, it just makes the text look, it adds more to your design, okay? So I went ahead and added both of their last names, and then I'm going to go ahead and change the color of that. I'm going to expand it, of course, to make it a lot bigger. I'm going to tuck it right under where their first names are, and then we're going to make that the white font as well, with the bright pink outline, okay? So basically we have the powder blue looking. I know that it looks really minty blue on my screen, but when you print it, it prints out a powder blue. I don't know why my screen color, but sometimes I've learned that different computers, different laptops, sometimes the colors might vary on your screen, but it truly is a powder or a very light blue background color, okay? You guys will see once it's printed out. So I went ahead and changed the font color we outlined their last names in the bright pink as well. And I'm not gonna do anything else. I feel like it's perfect just like this, and this is how we're going to print this. So I'm gonna go to the top menu where it says share. I'm going to click on that, and I'm going to share it as whatever file, or download it as whatever file works for me. PNG, JPG, it doesn't matter. I'm gonna go ahead and click download, and I'm gonna show you guys how this looks once it's downloaded before I send it to the printer. And like I said, I'm printing these candle wraps. You want to print both the candle wraps and the lighter wraps on sticker paper. You can use matte, you can use regular, but in this video, I'm using a nice glossy one that I get off of Amazon. And I'll link that down below for you guys if you want to get that type. Like I said, it works well with both my inkjet and my laser printer. And I'm using an HP. I'm going to print it on my HP Envy. Okay. And this is how it looks. Beautiful. I love it. So we're going to go back and head back into Canva, and we're going to go ahead and do the lighter wrappers. Okay. So we're going to go back into create a design. We're going to go back into uploads, and we're going to upload the template of our lighter wrapper. Since I did the blue candle wrap, I'll go ahead and do the pink lighter wrappers. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and, well, you know what? I just went ahead and did the blue lighter wrappers as well. I mean, might as well. I should have done the pink one for you guys on camera, but I'm going to go ahead and do the blue one of this as well. Okay. But yeah, but we're going to go ahead and open up that template to a flyer landscape 11 by 8.5 inch, just like we did with our candle wrap. Okay. And then once our upload pops up to our sheet of paper, we're going to go ahead and go into uploads in the side menu, and we're going to go ahead and find the images of our celebrants once again. And give me a second here. Sometimes I forget where I save images. I have like literally thousands of images on my laptop. I'm constantly running out of storage space. Like, well, it comes with the territory. Being a crafter, being a creator, you're going to have uh, a big category of graphics. We have to anyway, to be honest with you, because we're always making new designs, so we're always adding more images. And my laptop is so packed. I'm always getting an error warning that you're running out of space, because it's been running out of space for about 2-3 years now. But I went ahead and I found our images, so I'm just gonna go ahead and upload them, and I'm only going to put the mother on the lighter wrappers. I don't know why. I just felt like I didn't want to put the baby's picture on a lighter. I don't, I mean, to each his own. I said, you know what, I'll just go ahead and use the mother's image to put on the lighter wraps. Okay. So let me go ahead and upload the first one. I actually got these images from her social media, so this was indeed a screenshot. So I'm just going to go ahead and crop the bottom part and the top part, and up to where I want her to be on the wrapper. Then I'm going to go ahead to the top menu and click on background remover, and we're going to remove that background. Okay, super easy, super simple, perfect. Then I want to also kind of like brighten her up a bit, but I'll go ahead and size her first. I want to kind of give her skin tone like a really nice, beautiful glow. Even though she's already glowing beautifully, I wanted to give her a little bit more of a glow. So after that, I'm going to go into the top menu where it says edit, and then when our edit options come up, we're going to, there's an option that says filters. So I'm going to go ahead and choose the filter that I feel like would make her look even more amazing. Then we're going to click on that soccer ball, and I'm going to go ahead and just add a regular glow around her. The color of the glow is black. I'm going to leave it that color. I'm just going to go ahead and expand her, play with her sizing to where I feel like it'll look really, really good on the template. Then I'm going to go ahead and do the other image as well. Now, when you look at the template, is 3 rows, and I'll show you guys here in a second if you guys can already see it. But as you can see, the template or the lighter, each lighter box has 3 rows. The first 2 rows are the same size, and then the last row is smaller. Okay, we don't put any images on the last row, on that small row. That's going to be basically like our, how do you want to, how should I call it? That's like the tab that you're gonna use, like, well, you'll see once I'm assembling the lighter exactly what I mean. But that last row, that third row, that smaller row, you don't want to put anything on it because it's not going to be seen once we wrap the lighter. Okay, only the first 2 rows are going to be seen as far as the images once we wrap our lighters. Okay, so that third row, we leave that blank. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and work on the first 2 rows, and that's it. So I went ahead and removed the background of our second image. I went ahead and gave her a glow. and also get put some filter around her to kind of brighten her up, or just give her a really beautiful glowy looking skin. Even though she already had that, we can always enhance the pictures even more. So I'm sorry about that, guys. My screen had stopped recording by accident, so I'm gonna go ahead and just try to double back a little bit. So after I added her pictures, I went ahead and started to copy and paste each picture, and we're gonna go ahead and put both pictures of her in each of those first two lighter boxes. Basically, I'm just left clicking copy and paste, and we're gonna add just the same duplicate pictures of her to the other templates as well, to the other lighter templates as well. Okay, and then we're going to go ahead and work on our text. Like I said, I had began to work on it, didn't realize that my screen had stopped recording, so I'm just going to go ahead and show you guys what I added. So now that we got all of her pictures put in, for the text, I wanted to put, of course, her name, and I wanted to put Gone Too Soon, and I wanted to also add the baby into it, so I put Carly's mom as well. So I'm going to go ahead and keep this, the font at, it's called Magnolia Script. Added a text box. I went ahead and added her first and last name to it. Then I went ahead and sized it, and I changed the font color to the hot pink. And then I wanted to go ahead and put a white outline around it. I felt like that would make it stand out really, really well on top of the template. So I went ahead and did that. And you guys can also just watch it with my mouse clicks, just in case I'm not speaking too clearly or if I'm speaking too fast. Okay, after making her name pink and adding the white outline, I went ahead and sized it to where I wanted to be, which I ended up putting it right above her head. Now the middle of the template is going to be the front of the lighter. Okay, just in case you guys have not caught on to that. So for the middle template, we want to definitely have their name, nice message, just pictures, just whatever you guys want to put. Okay, then I went ahead and click copy and paste, and we're going to go ahead and put her name in each of the other boxes, of course. Then I'm going to go ahead and do another text box, and we're going to go ahead and add Carly's mom right at the edge of her picture in the center. Okay, I don't know what happened just now. I kind of made some kind of boo-boo, so I went ahead and undid that, and then I went ahead and copied and pasted another box, and I'm going to change it from her name to, and I'm going to put Carly's mom. It's easier doing it this way rather than adding a brand new text box and redoing it, like, because since her name already has the pink color and the white outline, it'll duplicate that. So we don't have to keep on going in and changing the font color and adding the outline to each of the text box. Okay. So yeah, so I copied and pasted her name, then I went ahead and changed it from her name to Carly's mom, and I put that in parentheses. Okay. Then I wanted to also add a picture of lips underneath that, because from what I saw on her social media, she's, certified hot girl, a baddie. You know what I mean? So, you got the lips poking down, and you got everything cute, everything pink, everything girly is what she seemed to have been. So I went ahead and said, let me add some juicy lips onto her lighter template as well. Then I went into the sidebar where it says the side menu where it says elements. In the search box, I typed in lips, and it gave me a bunch of different lip options. And I went ahead and chose a nice bright pink that I chose lips that I feel like would blend in with the design aspect of it. You can also change the color if you need to, but it was already that nice bright pink that we needed. And then I went ahead into edits at the top menu once I chose the lips. And then I went ahead and went into the shadows and clicked on outline and put a white outline around those lips as well. Like I said, my screen had stopped recording. I'm sorry about that. But if you need to go back and rewatch and see where my mouse clicks to, so you can go ahead and follow on this, and could definitely go ahead and do that. Then I went ahead and added another text box because I wanted to put Gone Too Soon under that first image or that first column. And I chose, I'm going to change the font to that. I didn't want it to be the same font as her name. So I went ahead and changed the font to, I believe it was April Fat Face again that I used for that. Then I went ahead and changed that font color to pink as well. And of course, we added the white outline around that as well. Okay. My beginners, I hope you're able to catch this. You should be able to. If you need any help, like I said, go ahead and rewind and watch where the mouse clicks, and you'll be able to catch how I did this design. Okay. Super simple, super easy. Just personalize it and make it however you want it to look. Then I'm also going to add some prayer hands as well. So I'm going to go back into elements like how where I found the lips, and I'm going to go ahead and type in like prayer hands, and whatever one comes up that I like, I'm going to go ahead and click that one and use that. Okay, so update, like I said, Canva has so many different image options. So trust me, whatever you're looking for, you're definitely going to find it. That's one thing I love about Canva. Now I do love using PicMonkey more because it does have some features that Canva doesn't have. But Canva does have a large amount of images, which PicMonkey does not. So when you're customizing or you're editing or you're doing graphics, of course, we know it's always good to have more than one platform that you use. I want to say PicMonkey is my number one and Canva is my second. Photoshop I only use if I absolutely have to because Photoshop is more technical and I'm not that tech savvy, you know. So with Photoshop, only if I have to use it, I'll use it. I'll probably do a video in the future using Photoshop, just in case you guys want to know how to use it to do the customizations and things like that. But I use PicMonkey to build like my favors, my templates, and all that stuff. Like to make all of my templates, I've made them through PicMonkey. But anyway, so I went ahead and added the prayer hands, and I went ahead and added a white outline around that as well. And then I'm just gonna go ahead at this point is just copy and paste every single image, every single text. Okay, I know it seems like I keep on going back from the start, but like I said, I had missed some footage because my camera had stopped. It stopped filming after I added those first two images of her, and then it didn't catch when I added the text. I just went ahead and remade a video recording the text, and so that you guys can see how to add the text, the prayer hands, and those lips. Okay, now I'm basically just going to go ahead and copy and paste and add the each text and each image of her to every single box. Okay, I'm sorry if it sounds like that we're redoing the video. It's not intentional, it just stops recording. Okay, that's it as far as design wise. I'm not going to add anything more. I feel like it's perfect just like this, and it printed out really, really well. Now I'm going to show you guys, once I download it, I'm going to show you guys how it looks, or the preview of the print. But I did end up printing pink and blue on one paper for the sake of the video, because I didn't need six blue lighters. I was just making a couple of lighters, so I went ahead and cropped it and added the pink templates as well as the blue on the sticker paper when I printed. Okay, you guys see here in a second exactly what I mean, but basically if you would print, of course you would print it just like this. Okay, you'll download it and it'll print just like this, but for the sake of the video and me wanting to show you guys how the blue lighters came out and how the pink ones came out without having to print them on separate sheets, I went back in after I finished doing this, showing you guys how to customize the lighters, and I went ahead and added the pink and blue lighters on one sheet, if that makes sense. Okay, rather than we not waste or two sheets of sticker paper, if you get what I'm saying. So I'm going to go ahead and download this as a PNG form, or you could use JPG, PDF, whatever works for you. And then we're going to go ahead and I'll expand it so you guys can see how the print preview looks. Then I'll show you guys how everything looks once it's printed out on the sticker paper. Okay, I'm also going to use some laminate as well. I'm going to link my supplies down below. So this is how it'll look once you print it. But like I said, I went ahead and printed both pink and blue together. So that's how you guys are going to see it once I show you guys how everything printed out. But this is how our print preview looks. I'm going to go ahead and send everything to the printer. Okay. Okay, so now this is how everything looks. I'm sorry if it's a little bit blurry and my camera. Give it a second to focus. But okay, this is how it looks with the pink templates on the top. And I cropped in the blue templates on the bottom so that I can just print everything on one sheet of paper. But everything came out really, really good. I kind of nicked it a little bit because when I took it out the printer, I do like to let my images dry for like a good half hour. I had put some supplies on top of it after I printed it, like my scissors and stuff. So I kind of nicked like two of the images a little bit, but they still look really, really good. And this is how our candle wraps turned out. Look how beautiful and pretty this is. See, like on my screen when I'm editing it, it looks like more of a minty blue, almost like a minty green color. But look how nicely blue this prints out. It truly is a very nice light blue, heavenly look, okay? And look, a little mama at the bottom. Oh, these, I mean, they were so beautiful, guys. Absolutely gorgeous. Just gorgeous, you know. It just reminds me of how short life is. And this is actually the reason, a big part of the reason why I stopped doing funerals is because, you know, I was okay with doing funerals for adults, but the children is what I had an issue with, and that's why I had stopped doing it. It just became too much. Mentally, it became too much. But this is how everything printed. This is how our lighters printed out and our candle wraps printed out, and they came out wonderful. This is the laminate that I'm going to be using. I'm going to be using the print with the hearts on here. I love this. I love this print. I'll link this down below for you guys. The pack of laminate that I have come with different prints, and the hearts is one of them. So it's like a nice heart print with like a rainbow holographic. You can't really tell right now, but I'll pull it to the side after I put it on our template so you guys can see the color. And these are the lighters I was telling you about. They come three in the pack at Dollar Tree for $1.25. So whenever I go in there, I see them. I always try to get like 2 packs at least, because you know you always need lighters. And these are the candles as well from Dollar Tree for $1.25 as well. They have them in an assortment of colors: purple, pink, blue, white. I just got 2 purple ones. I didn't see any blue, so I just, we're going to wrap them so you're not going to be able to see the candle color anyway. But I just went ahead and picked up 2 purple ones, okay? So we printed out our lighter wrappers and our candle wrappers. I think I'm going to start with the candle wrappers first. Maybe the lighters. I don't know. We'll start with something first, but these are really, really super simple, easy to cut. I'm only going to laminate one of the candle wrappers, and the other one I won't laminate. That way you guys can see how it looks with lamination versus without any. But I do suggest, if you're going to make these especially to sell, you go ahead and you laminate your candle wrappers. Okay, you definitely want to go ahead and do that. So I'm going to laminate the pink one, and I'm not going to cut it out all the way. You can if you want to, but I just went ahead and cut the sides off. Okay, and then I'm gonna go ahead and grab our larger laminate sheet. I have a small piece as well, like, from a previous project. I'm gonna go ahead and use that small piece to laminate the lighters, okay? But I'm gonna go ahead and grab my laminate. I'm gonna take I'm sorry, a stapler, and I'm gonna staple the top part because I don't want that laminate sheet to slide off all the way. I'm gonna use the backing of the laminate to help put the laminate onto our candle wrap, okay? It'll help make it stable. Just keep it secure while we get that clear plastic laminate sticker onto that candle wrap template. So give me a second here. I'll go ahead and open it up, because if you don't put the staples in there, the laminate sheet will come off, or it'll slide off all the way, and we don't want that. We want it to stay attached to the backing, because we're going to use our backing to help get the laminate sheet onto our candle wrap, okay? If you guys see me do this before, you know exactly what I'm doing. For my newbies, if this is your first time here, definitely go ahead and staple the top of that laminate, okay? Now I'm just going to go ahead and gently, carefully, and slowly glide down our sticker laminate sheet. Do it slowly, guys, because you'll get air bubbles if you don't. But one of our crafting sisters gave me a good tip in one of our previous videos of how to get the air bubbles out. She said to use a pin, okay, and pop the air bubbles, and that's how you'll get the air bubbles out if you get some air bubbles, okay? It'll lay down smoothly, and it works. I'll show you guys here in a second, because I already see a couple of air bubbles coming out. But yeah, but go ahead and use one hand to pat down, and we use the other hand to slide down our laminate sheet. We're not rushing because we want this to come out really, really well. And after that, we're just going to go ahead and cut off the excess laminate. Okay, basically we're going to cut out our image, and then we're going to go ahead and stick it onto our candle. Okay, but before we do that, I'm going to go ahead and might as well go ahead and laminate the lighters as well. Just go ahead and laminate everything one time, okay? I'm just going to go ahead and cut out 2 of our laminate squares. Since I'm using a small piece of laminate for this part, I'm going to go ahead and just cut out the squares completely so that we can go ahead and adhere our laminate onto each of the squares, okay? But it's a super simple, super easy. We're going to follow the same exact steps that we just followed putting on our candle wrap. Okay, super simple and super easy. Okay, and like I said, take your time when you're doing this. You don't have to rush. Just take your time so that it can be done the proper way. But if you have lost a loved one, or you know someone that has passed, and you want to celebrate their life in a very beautiful way, definitely, especially for like a balloon release, or just period, for the repast, for the funeral, it's nice to have some custom candles, some custom lighters, whatever you can make custom, some custom funeral fans. And I have a bunch of memorial fan videos on my channel as well, so you can check those out. But yeah, it's always nice to have custom. I'm gonna do some obituaries tissue boxes and some more funeral projects in the future. So definitely go ahead and subscribe if you haven't so you can catch those videos, okay? So now I'm just showing you guys an air bubble from the candle wrap, and then I'm going to go ahead and take the pin and just going to lightly poke that, okay? I might have poked it a little bit too hard just for being extra on camera, but just lightly poke it and then just press down, and you see how that air bubble is no more. Okay, so whatever little air bubbles you have, you can go ahead and do that. So thank you for our craft sister for giving us that tip. Okay, it works perfectly. So I'm going to go ahead and do the rest of them, or the couple of that I do see that, well, the ones that are noticeable. I'm going to go ahead and take care of those, and I'm going to go ahead and cut out the candle wrap. And then we're going to go ahead and finish wrapping our candle. We're going to wrap our lighters, and I'm going to show you guys how everything turned out. Okay. Now that our candle wrapper is cut out, this is how it looks. Okay, really, really nice. I'm going to show you guys in different lighting how this laminate looks, because right here you can't really see much of it. A little bit of it once the camera stabilizes, but you can't really see it as the way that it looks like in real life, and while I'm looking at it. So I'm definitely going to go ahead and show you guys how it look in a different lighting. I'm going to go ahead and pull my candle to the side. Now with this candle wrap, you can just go ahead and take off the sticker backing all the way. Normally with bigger images on sticker paper, I take it off slowly, but I'll take it off while I'm putting it on. But with this, you can just go ahead and take it off. It's not going to be problematic, okay? So we're going to go ahead and just lay down our candle. It doesn't matter if it was the front of the candle or the back of it. We're going to cover the whole thing, so it doesn't matter. But we're just going to go ahead and lay it down, and we're going to put the sticker paper towards the top part of the laminate, okay? This really, at this point, is really a common sense type thing. You have to just watch it, just eyeball it to where you're placing it down. But right at that goal um label, or that gold ring, is where I went ahead and laid down my sticker paper, okay? Then just gonna go ahead and pick up the candle, and you're just gonna roll. That's all you're gonna do. It's super simple, super easy, super simple, super easy, okay? Just gonna go ahead and roll it around, okay? And then your two edges are going to meet, and then one is gonna overlap the other, and then that's it. That's how super simple, super easy this is. It's not hard at all, but still do take your time, okay? But this is not difficult at all. And for my crafters, if you're going to make these to sell, I definitely would do it in a set where you sell the candles and the lighters together. That's just a tip, because that's how I used to do it, okay? Definitely should sell them together, okay? So yeah, so this is how it's looking. You guys can see the laminate a little bit with this within my lighting, but I'm going to definitely show you guys how it looks. I'm going to go ahead and put that to the side, and then I'm going to go ahead and do the other one that we're not going to use laminate for, so you guys can see the difference in how it looks. Now they both look good because the sticker paper is glossy, it's not matte, so it is still going to look nice and shiny. Now for those of you that have had issues, because when I first began crafting, I've had issues in finding paper that does not smudge, especially in an inkjet printer. I still have those issues to this day. I don't do custom favors anymore, so not a big deal anymore the way it used to be, but I used to always have that issue. I mean, it took me trials of different papers to figure out which one would not smudge. And it don't have to be the type of paper necessarily. It could be the type of printer that you have, okay? Because I've had one printer that was inkjet that never smudged at all, regardless of what paper I use, and I have other printers that is gonna smudge, okay? So with because of smudging concerns, especially when it comes to using a glossy paper, I definitely would laminate my projects, definitely, definitely. But I found that with my laser printer, I don't have any smudging issues at all. I don't know what's the difference between the laser and inkjet, but as far as the ink goes, but I don't have any smudging at all with my laser printers. So yeah, but the only thing about my laser is that it's not, it costs more money for the ink. So I only use it when I need to use it. So yeah, so now that we have the other candle wrap on there, we're gonna go ahead and follow the same steps, and we're gonna go ahead and lay our wrap down. Then I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys how it looks, because they came out just as wonderful as the one that we use a laminate on. And I didn't have much smudging or anything like that. I did nick the image a little bit by because I was laying it down, but other than that, like I nicked the top of her head a little bit, but other than that, it came out perfect. So to avoid nicks and smudging, you definitely want to use laminate sheets, especially if you're making these to sell, okay? So now we're going to go ahead and work on our lighters, okay? I'm just going to go ahead and take out two of them. Probably ended up using both of those green ones, and I'm going to go ahead and show you guys how we're going to wrap them, okay? And this part, like I say, super simple, super easy. Working with small items is always easy. Like wrapping small items is always super simple, super easy, and super quick, okay? Yeah, these projects came out really, really, really good. And like I said, they're quick and easy. The longest part really is just customizing the templates, okay? So yeah, let me go ahead and grab those two, and then we will go ahead and wrap those. First, I'm going to laminate the two that I had already cut out. Well, I'll go ahead and laminate probably three of them, since that paper is long enough where I can fit three of the lighter images inside of that laminate sheet. So I'll go ahead and open it up the same way that we did before. I also have a staple in the top of that piece of laminate as well, and then we're going to go ahead and slide those three lighter images onto that, so we can go ahead and put our laminate on those three images, on the three lighter wrappers, okay? Super simple, super easy. Basically just go ahead and mimicking the same way that we did the candle wrappers. We're not doing anything any differently, okay? Sometimes this could be a little bit tedious. Just give me a second here. It would help if I had nails, but it's hard to have nails when you craft. I mean, I've tried it, but my God, it's like I can't grip anything. It's like even worse with the nails. My goodness. So yeah. So let's go ahead and add our lighter templates into the on the backing of our laminate. Then we're gonna go ahead and slowly press down like we did before on our candle wrap. Okay. Easy, simple. And after doing this, we're just gonna go ahead and we're going to cut out all of our little lighter wrapper templates, and then we're gonna go ahead and assemble them on to our lighters. So this is how we're looking now that we went ahead and cut it out and add the laminate. Now you can see the laminate a little bit better than how you can see it on the candle. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and just wrap two of our lighters. So I'm going to start off by placing down the center of the template first. Okay, then we're going to go ahead and wrap the sides, well, the rest of it anyway. So I'm going to go ahead and pick up one of our sheets. I'm going to peel off the sticker paper that's on the back of it, and then we're going to go ahead and attach our template to our ladder. And these are super simple and easy as well. Now I'm going to do a video at some point of pricing, because I get these questions all the time: how much I should price this, how much I should price that. Definitely going to go ahead and do a video on pricing at some point, because I know that my crafters or my newbies, you guys need that. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and place down the center first. Then I'm going to place down the edge that has no design. We're going to place that down next, and then we're going to place down the other side after. We're going to put that down last. Okay, just like that. And that's how we assemble our lighter. Super simple and super easy. Look how beautiful. Look how beautiful. And she's so gorgeous. My goodness, look how beautiful. These came out absolutely fantastic. A very good touch to go with those candles. I'll go ahead and do the next one, and then I'll go ahead and show you guys a better view of how those candles and lighters turned out in better lighting. But yeah, it's a super simple, super easy project. The longest time that you'll have is customizing or adding your images and things. But to be honest, even that is simple as well. But I know for a newbie, you're like, where should I put this? Where should I put that? So it takes some time. But once you get the hang of it, you'll be doing these in no time. I have so many more favorite videos, not just for celebration of life, but just in general, that I want to add, but I have to wait till after we knock out graduation season first, and then I'll go ahead and get back to business. I'm building up a habit of putting videos up almost every day. So now that I'm doing that, I definitely want to keep on bringing you guys more projects. This is how our blue lighter turned out. I love it. It's gorgeous. It's gorgeous. I love it. Yeah, perfect. Yeah. So let me go ahead and show you guys a more up close look of how these turned out fantastic, guys. I love how, I mean, I just love it. I just love it. So if you're celebrating a life, celebrating a loved one, definitely give these a try. Okay. So I'm going to give you guys your giveaway. How I've been doing the giveaways now is that after the video premieres, I'll go ahead and put the giveaway link live in the description box. My giveaways are limited. I only put up about 50 to 65 quantity of the giveaways. Now that I'm starting to get some more views, the giveaways are going fast. So your best bet at being able to get your giveaway and download your template is by watching the video when a video premieres. Okay, sometimes we still have some giveaways left over the next day or even 2 days after, but they're starting to go pretty fast, especially the graduation giveaways. So here is the pink candle, the pink template, and better lighting, because I wanted to really show you guys how that holographic laminate looks in better lighting. Really, in the sunlight and outside, it looks amazing. It really, really does. I love using these laminate sheets, especially for the graduation fans, just for any project in general. They're a really, really good, sparkly, creative touch to any project. And because they're laminate, they give your project durability. So if your project was to get wet, if anything was to happen, if it was to fall on the ground, and it protects the actual template and the actual image. So definitely use laminate sheets. Okay, this is how beautiful this turned out. So we're right here at towards the ending of the video. I'll show you guys the lighters up close as well, so you guys can see the sparkle on that. But if you watch the video all the way through, go ahead and refresh your screen, especially if you're watching during the premiere, and go ahead and click on the link that says giveaway, and go ahead and grab your lighter giveaway, your lighter template giveaway, and your candle giveaway. So thank you guys so much if you watched the video all the way through. I appreciate your support. All right, and like always, God bless.